What's up, guys? We're back here at the GSL Codex, and we're going to see who's going to be the first to be eliminated in today's group. It's going to be a PVZ BoongBoong against Party.
You know, this BoongBoong's playing well recently. Party just got kind of slammed, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But the big story so far is Roro, who has defeated
Oh my God! Can you believe this guy? He played so well.
Yeah.
In all of his games, he just played phenomenally. He had a good execution. The order, the builds themselves, and the order in which he brought them out were fantastic too.
Yeah. He did fantastically tasteless. And this begs the question: the elephant in the room, has he finally arrived?
Has my players finally become the best?
And here's the other question. Party was a Kespa player in StarCraft 1, but quit to StarCraft 2, and now he's back on Kespa, so what is he? Is he an elephant? Is he maybe a giraffe?
Is he an elephant without a trunk?
Is he an elephant whose tusks were harvested to make ashtrays for Artosis? Even though Artosis doesn't smoke.
Oh my God. You're too funny. Well, I expect Party to win this, but I don't know if I should promise myself anything with this, or the players we have today. I mean, the fact that Party's out, or excuse me, Party lost that badly to Life. The fact that Life isn't out of this group, I mean,
it's weird, man. And
my reality's being shaken right now.
Well, look at Party. He doesn't look very happy. You know, and he shouldn't be, because even if he beats BoongBoong here, who's playing very well, he then has to go up and beat Life. And
yeah,
Life
we already
slapped
saw how
him
that went.
So hard.
In the face.
In the back of the neck is more like.
Bro, that's the worst, man. You ever bully do that to you in school?
No.
You're busy playing with your pogs, and a bully comes up and hits you in the back of the neck, and you're like, ah!
I didn't have pogs, but I saw this little loser that had pogs once. I went up and hit him in the back of the neck.
All right. We're going to go to GSL Codex. All right, let's go. All right, in the bottom left, we got our underdog here in the group, and he is BBoongBBoong. And in the upper right, we've got our Protoss player, the only one in this group. A lot of Protoss people hoping that he'll advance to have more Protoss presence in round of 8. He is SK Telecom Q.
All right.
Still laughing about. You were that kid that hit me on the back of the neck.
Yeah. I saw this
in elementary school.
Little skinny nerd. He had a younger brother 1 year down. I thought that guy was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, but
not this older one.
This kid, I mean, he was asking for it, man. This kid needed to be knocked out of the gene pool, man. This kid was a nerd.
Yeah. I heard he grew up to talk about professional darts or something. I don't know, something stupid. All right. Well, we have a gateway opening by Party. My brain is melting a little bit, because this is a map that everyone really likes Immortal Push on, so he's totally switching it up. This is not something you Immortal Push off of. Well, it might just be a gateway expand.
You know, here's the thing, is that he's got to do, Party has great PVZ, but he's got, obviously Life's sitting here like, all right, Party or BoongBoong, I don't really care either one, I'll probably beat them.
Yeah.
So Party has to choose his builds very carefully, because if he wins this, he has to go up against another Zerg.
Yeah. Well, let's see, Parting. What do you have planned here with this gateway opener? Will he go for a 4-gate, possibly a 3-gate? Will he just go 1-gate expand? BoongBoong, in a moment, as he scouts no Nexus, will have to throw up a gas, because you have to get quick speed against a build like this, or they can just kill you. Pretending for a moment like he wants to go for offensive cannon
rush, yeah.
Whenever you go hatch first, you really have to be careful about people that want offensive cannon you. Because even if you bring your drones down, if they do it just right, they can sometimes kill the hatch. And there you go. He sees what's going on. He's getting the gas. He's going to get that speed upgrade. And now we get to see what Party is planning, and it looks like it's going to be a Nexus.
All right. And again, I think this is a good build. I'm under the impression it's probably not Party's S-class build, but he's again, he's up against that Zerg Life, assuming he wins this. And you know what, BoongBoong could win this too. I mean, that could totally happen.
It could happen.
Crazier things.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what follow-up parting is going to do to this, because normally what you want to do out of a gateway expand is like a 5-gate attack. Make sure that they aren't skimping at all. Make sure they got their speed and taking the third a little bit slowly enough. You know, that's. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to. We've seen some players try some other types of stuff lately. You can kind of tech up off of it. You're going to have to get some additional gateways. A lot of times you'll want to get hallucination to be able to actually scout, because it's one of the big problems is actually scouting exactly what Zerg is doing. Because you don't have a quick robo, you don't have a quick Stargate for the most part. So it's hard to know.
Well, this is a great build. It's I would say the less common PvZ build. Most common is just the Forge Expand, but it's definitely one that you guys should try out. This is not an offshoot wonky build. This is actually something you can copy and do very safely.
Yeah, it's got its up points and its down points for sure.
Yeah,
it's a lot more unpredictable than the other builds. You know, the other build, whenever you see a Forge Expand, if it's a pro level player, within the first couple minutes, just by watching the forge and the gases, like
pretty much tell what they're doing.
By the time the core is done, you pretty much know what's going on. But with this, it's like he could do anything from here. We don't know.
I like the spread of the sentries there in the May to try to get that Overlord that's going to inevitably fly into the base.
Yeah. Funnily enough, there's no Overlord ready to fly into the base.
There's actually nothing there.
Okay, so he's going up to 5 gates right now. Not at all surprised to see this. As I was saying, you know, when you go for a build like this, you normally do hit a 5 gateway attack timing. Or if your opponent was too greedy, you can get him. But it doesn't look like BBoongBBoong's being too greedy. He's getting a good amount of speedlings. He's got that Overlord seeing exactly how many sentries are moving out, and he's getting his Roach Warren as well. So I don't expect him to. Well, he might be able to get the third. We'll see.
You gotta be careful because he's partying with his force fields. Oh, really needs that probe to stay alive. Oh, Sick City.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You know, I feel like Parting must have planned this well enough that he knows he can get the third. He's using quite a bit of force fields here, trying to pick off some lings. BBoongBBoong is pretty quick, though, on his responses, and he does have a spine going up.
He's just going to go back,
Yeah, I think he's realized that BBoongBBoong is pulling him too much all over the place, which is making him spend force fields.
Which are not going to be able to be used then in the actual attack that's supposed to deal all the damage.
But, to be fair, if you don't go for the 5-gate, then Zerg could have done anything. But with the 5-gate, like let's say he didn't get that really quick speed and instead just went right into the third like a normal Zerg would against the Forge fast expansion.
Yeah.
Then with the 5-gate, you can kill the third easily. It's yours, it's dead. They need speed to deal with this, just like we just saw. So it looks like Parting's just going to go into a third base.
Remember, guys, those upgrades are going to be a little bit behind from the Forge, from where they could be. So this does change the tempo of the game. It doesn't mean that it's a bad or anything, but the game flow does change quite a bit. And it looks like Parting will get that third base up uncontested.
Yeah. BBoongBBoong is getting Roach speed right now, getting a macro hatch as well as an evolution chamber. So, I mean, this is like a weird area for the game, but the game is normalizing overall. And we're going to have to see, is BBoongBBoong going to set up for an attack? Is he going to go straight into Infestors? He's going to take a 4th base.
I think he'll probably take a 4th.
Wouldn't mind seeing a 4th base go up, but he is starting to make some roaches, and he is making a macro hatch, so
yeah, I guess he might actually go for a timing attack here.
Well, when you think about it, there are multiple places he can attack. There are 3 points he can attack.
Sure.
And 2 points, the ramp up to the third base and the natural, that's a very wide area. So if he does decide to just use all 4 hatches and all of his economy eventually to go Roach Ling, then that's going to be a situation where does Parting have enough force fields to stop so much brute force coming in such a wide area?
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's hard to say that he's necessarily able to do that.
Well, the Observer would have been in position to spot that. I actually like the Observer spread he has out here. As you can see how we just couldn't pass it right there.
See, yeah.
He's going to know exactly what's coming before it gets there.
He has it on both sides. This is, you're very right, Tasteless. This is literally his defense here, because as I was saying, that area is too wide. That's something where it's almost impossible to defend.
Yeah.
So he has the observers on both sides, and when he sees units coming in, he's going to go fight them in that choke, because he cannot do it in the middle, because it's too much surface area. So this is intensely intelligent play here from Parting. To see, he has to zone this perfectly. But if he screws up once, if he isn't staring at that mini-map and he messes up, he's done for.
Yeah, he's screwed. We're going to have Colossus coming down here pretty soon, and it does look like we're going to have a double-sided attack here. The majority of the Zerg units sit at the top over here. We see a small blip at the bottom, center right. And let's see if this works. And remember, Parting's got some of the best force fields in the business.
Does indeed, and there you go. There they are. Good force fields so far. We do have this attack going over to the natural, and look at this. BoongBoong's trying to force him into this wide area. It's starting to work a little bit, but nice force fields going up once again. Thing is, this could be too much. Does he have enough force fields at this point, or does he even have enough units?
Yeah, they're coming in here, and they're hitting that Immortal pretty hard. The primary defense against those roaches. Oh, man. BoongBoong might just have too much.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs the force field. But the gateways are going to go down in seconds here.
You know, this is great play by BoongBoong, and Parting is having a terribly hard time. Losing 2 gateways, his production is falling so far down. He's going to have to warp in even more sentries here. More and more units do flood in for BoongBoong. He's up by a lot of supply. Here he goes into that natural base. The rest of the army of Parting coming down. The probes coming into the battle.
As you can see, the roaches are hitting hard. One Immortal out here, but it's not going to be too effective. Now coming here from behind. The second Immortal now coming over here and hitting hard. The Stalker's in good position. Additional force fields being planted down here.
You know, right now BoongBoong is not targeting as well as he could. He's choosing some kind of funny things to attack, such as the Robo at the moment.
But don't forget, there's a second attack coming up from behind.
That's right. This should be just too much. Wow, BoongBoong with some very solid play, but you know what?
He's not sending most of his army in there, though.
Yeah, he's just kind of rallying in and semi-microing, semi-targeting.
This is a weird moment where he's stuck making Stalkers.
Yeah, well, he's lost so many probes here, and he's so spread out. And yeah, as you said, just Stalkers, and against mass roachling on such an open area, I don't think that there's much of a chance here at all.
All right, GG, he taps out.
All right,
damn,
so
Parting's like getting beaten down pretty bad.
He is.
Badly.
And here's the thing, actually. This is the problem with that game and what we just saw.
Yeah.
Parting did a build that's good, a build that's strong, but BoongBoong reacted theoretically perfectly in every way. He saw no Nexus, went for speed. When the 5-gate came out, he ran Lings around enough and wasted enough force fields that Parting had to give it up. Parting took a third base. BoongBoong to that, droned up a little bit more, got his macro hatch, got his +1 roach attack as well as roach speed, and then sent his units around 2 sides, knowing that if he got into that big wide open area, there is no way that Parting can hold on. So BoongBoong really played basically a perfect game right there.
It was really nice.
As far as strategics go,
the way he kind of out-positioned that army, hit so hard. And you can see the tension here for Parting. He's lost 3 games in a row. He's on a losing streak right now. He has to win these next 2 and then beat the guy that manhandled him at the start of this tournament.
Oh, this is tough. Parting has not won a game today. He might be eliminated without winning a single game.
Yeah. The guy who was the world champion only a few months ago, now on the ropes in the round of 16.
Well, let's see. It's Akalon Flats Tasteless. Can Parting do it?
We're going to find out soon as the game is now loaded. So get ready as Tastosis bromance over their favorite video game, the best game ever made, StarCraft 2, here at GOMTV.net.